Welcome back to Bloom Sidebar at Bloom 23. We are here with Estelle Winkleman from Salesforce. Welcome, Estelle.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So in 2020, Salesforce announced a goal of supporting and mobilizing the conservation, restoration, and growth of 100 million trees by the end of the decade, with a strategy focused on the right trees in the right places with the right people. Tell us more about the strategy and where you are in 2023 with this.
Absolutely. So Salesforce is really proud to be a founding partner of 1T.org, which is the movement to conserve, restore, and grow 1 trillion trees by 2030 for the benefit of people, biodiversity, and the planet. Yeah. And as part of our commitment to 1T.org, we set our own goal, which you just outlined, to support the mobilization of conservation, restoration, and growth of 100 million trees by 2030. So we've been working really, really hard on that. We're about halfway toward our goal, and we aren't slowing down. And I love the way you asked that question because we've heard a lot of the rhetoric out there. This isn't just about putting trees in the ground. It's not just about trees for trees' sake. It really is about the incredible role that trees and forests have to play for people, biodiversity, and climate, for creating jobs, for sequestering carbon, for cleaning our air and purifying our water. And so it's about the right trees in the right places at the right time with the right partner. And so we're continuing to find those partners and to work with them. One great example is Acción Andina, which is a movement in Peru that's engaging indigenous people in helping to restore and helping to lead the restoration of 1 million hectares of native forests. So just one example of the work.
Amazing, and something we've been discussing.
Yeah. Let's move to a different 100 million. That is $100 million over, I think, 10 years that you've committed to donating to ecosystem restoration and climate justice. Can you tell us a little bit more behind that commitment and where that's at?
I'd love to. We love 100 millions.
Yes.
We have lots of them. This is $100 million over 10 years, an effort that we're about 2 years into. And we kicked it off because we recognize that philanthropy has this incredible role to play when it comes to de-risking the climate and nature markets, when it comes to supporting a lot of the critical early stage work that needs to happen to get more nature projects, especially high quality, locally led nature projects, on board and ready to scale. So the first 100 million, those trees, those are all shovel-ready projects. That early work has already been done, but we need more of it. And so through our philanthropy, we are laser focused on climate justice and working in places where there are communities that are least responsible for climate change, but most impacted by it. And we're trying to fund the things that nobody else wants to, that early stage work, like research and feasibility studies and demonstration projects. Wow. We're funding innovators and organizations to take risks and develop new solutions. So we're really excited about it. We're still early. We're proud of what we've done. We're learning a ton, about 2 years and $14 million in.
Wow. You've mentioned 2 really stellar projects here, and I know that protecting and restoring biodiversity is a critical pillar for the philanthropy that's being done at Salesforce. Can you tell us a little bit more about maybe 1 or 2 projects that are on the horizon that you're really looking forward to in this space?
Sure. So it's hard to pick a favorite, but I am really excited about mangroves these days.
Ooh.
I love mangroves, and we're supporting some really, really cool efforts. One of them is in Papua New Guinea in partnership with the Nature Conservancy. Papua New Guinea is situated within the Coral Triangle, which is one of the most mangrove biodiverse areas on the planet. And women in Papua New Guinea are some of the most socially and economically marginalized people on the planet. So in partnership with the Nature Conservancy, we're supporting women to be the guardians and beneficiaries of those ecosystems, helping to support women-led mangrove restoration and supporting women in developing sustainable business models that can serve the mangroves there while also generating livelihoods and incomes for them and their families through things like ecotourism and sustainable fisheries. So that's one project. And then we're also really excited to be supporting the Mangrove Breakthrough, which is a scale effort. The Mangrove Breakthrough is a new collaborative framework that's being led by all of the best science on mangroves, all of the leading conservation organizations, trying to bring together philanthropy, finance, companies to all work together to collectively conserve and restore the world's entire mangrove ecosystem.
It seems like intersectionality is a huge theme and a huge principle that you guys are incorporating in your philanthropy. And we appreciate you so much for being here with us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Estelle, for joining us.